Okay, short little video explanation of the layout of the photographs that I've taken in response to stepping into the picture. So having made a drawn response, the next stage is to take a bunch of photographs which creatively respond to the thoughts and ideas that you had when looking at the work of art. The idea is to do something inventive with the camera, not just to do a quick sort of point and shoot, simple kind of response, but to actually think really, really carefully about maybe how you organise the things in front of the camera. Maybe you get creative and build some sort of interesting scene or diorama or something like that which can be photographed to make your images just distinctive and individual and give them real purpose with regard to the ideas that you have about the work of art. So what I've done in mine here, for example, the first two photographs at the top here, I tried pouring water onto one of the little cactuses that I had at home, going back to this idea of mixing together liquid sort of forms with the solid form of the cactus. And next to that I've written a few keywords as well, which go back to the keywords for analysis that I used earlier, so fusing, contrasting, liquid. Down here I gathered together a bunch of these little cacti, and I cut out some paper shapes which were similar to the outlines, I suppose, of the cactuses or cacti that I was looking at. And I've placed those paper shapes within the objects and photographed them from different angles. I was looking at the kind of round shape here as well of the plant pot and likening that a little bit to the kind of curved shape that I had in my drawn response. Okay, if you remember this from the first demonstration. So I'm thinking all the time about the links between what I'm doing with the camera and what I was thinking about when I was doing this, and indeed what I was thinking about when I was looking at the work of art to begin with, and thinking back as well to the notes that I've made about content, form, process, mood and so on. So all the time I'm trying to make this a coherent, a genuinely thoughtful response. My favourite pictures were these, where I started out by cutting a sort of spiral shape into a piece of black card, and this was actually the back of my sketchbook, the back cover of my sketchbook, and then I got another piece of cardboard to replace the back cover. So I've cut that into a spiral shape, dangled it above the cactuses to get this strange breakup and distortion of the space. I quite like the way this goes from really kind of close up here and it sort of tumbles away from me right down to the floor here, which is what the cactuses are standing on. So I quite like what that does in terms of space. But I was thinking about this idea of sea spray as well, which was so important in my initial thoughts about the image. And so I found some talcum powder, the last sort of remains of some talcum powder inside a bottle in the bathroom, and I sort of scattered that over the card, so you get this sort of powdery-like quality. And my favourite photographs are the ones where I've suspended that piece of black card with the talcum powder scattered on it over the top of the cactuses, so you get this really weird, strange kind of abstract image which feels like really relevant to the ideas that I had in my head when I was making the work. So that's a little bit of an explanation. The bits of sort of collage and stuff in the background, the little bits of pencil and what have you that I've done down here, these are only there because I feel they have something in common with what I was actually doing within the image. Okay, so be careful not to just go crazy with super jazzy presentation. What's most important here is what's in the photographs, and anything that I've done around those pictures is there to complement and react to the photographs, not as a way of just making the page look pretty. That's quite important to remember.